Hello everyone, this is Brian, and welcome back to Fallout New Vegas You Only Live Once Hardcore Edition, the game where we never ever heal. We are finally ready to go into the last of the 3 vaults we need to go into, and that just means we need to sneak our way back to the entrance. And I'm not gonna fool around with those irritating fiends this time. I've gotten surprised by them enough times from the direction I was coming from. So I am coming in from a little bit further south. What we have to do is we have to get up to the entrance of Vault 3. And Vault 3 is inside the funny South Vegas ruins area, which is, you have to kind of load into it, and it does mean you load in next to some fiends. So the funny thing is, most of our fighting involving Vault 3 is gonna be fighting we're doing getting to the vault rather than in the vault, because as long as we can either pass a speech check or wear some Great Khan's disguise armor, then we are not going to have any problems. All right, we're getting up close here. I'm detecting fiends somewhere. Silly Edie's making me think there's enemies in every direction. There we go. Oops. Need to remember to use the sniper rifle. It's probably time for Rat Slayer to come out of my inventory soon, because it always tempts me to use not good enough of a weapon. This must be like at least the 3rd time I've cleared these guys out of that area, right? Cook's old friends. And Edie's about ready to go back to the Brotherhood. Get her upgrade, which is good. Alright, is that everybody? I don't see any red dots. We are apparently clear to sneak in here. We can... Whoops, wait a minute. Somebody's over there. Stuff. There it is. Oops. Just cleaning this area out because I've had enough problems. Had enough problems in this area. Now that is probably a guy past the area we need to go to. The ones that way tend to be pretty good ways away in my experience, so I think we can get up to the door, but we're just gonna do it extra cautious like. All right. I think we're going to get our full Fighting Fiends armor on here. Edie, I don't think you need to come inside. And a little bit of sniper rifle action. And we could have guys pretty close to us when we come out, but they don't usually see us. Let's Let's just get our little psychos and med-X's all taken. And shot him quick in the abdomen because I was worried he was going to see me. He was kind of walking right toward me. There should be somebody else coming to investigate. There she is. Oops, up. Well, I shot her weapon off. That's good. Didn't have time. Didn't have time. Don't like to see energy weapons. All right, so that's usually actually the most threatening encounter is your first one in the door, because you're often you don't get a lot of chance to open some range on them. You can go around to the other door if you want to try that. They often start closer there, but you really just never know. It's actually a little bit random who's facing which direction when you come in. So sometimes you come in, you get a really good shot. But if you go in the other door, I'd go with a machine gun maybe in hand to really be ready to rock and roll if you need to. So let's take what they've got. I think that way is available from here. Alright, so we sneak our way in, killing fiends as we go. Sometimes they're in groups of 2, and sometimes they're alone. But you always, when you pop one, you got to be ready to, if somebody suddenly comes running to investigate. But usually only one will. So it's an area that's good to do once you've got good sneak and a good sniper rifle. Kind of channels you down these paths, so a lot of these buildings that look like you could go in them and take cover and stuff aren't actually useful in those ways. But there's definitely paths down which you can suddenly find an extra guy that you didn't expect, and you don't want that. So I'm trying to get angles on isolated guys. Now, caution. There we go. That's a good angle. Well, right in the fence. Sometimes when they're right in the fence, you hit the fence, but sometimes you don't. Alright, back in caution. So somebody's going to go investigate that. Oh, headshot. And more caution. That one's moving fast to the side. That one's one of the ones that's been making me nervous. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know where he was, but he's only got a pool cue, I think. Have to. You did have a gun after all. It's funny, they don't always look like they have what they turn out to have. Alright. Well, that's good. That was that guy that had been off to the left. And I still don't know where he was, but he had been making me nervous. So now we can, because the vault's down that way. Right down there and in that building on the left. really clean out the guys right nearby it. Prepare some stuff and manage our inventory. Is there a guy in that building? All sorts of loot if you have room to carry it when you clean these guys out. Alright, here comes the main path again. Moving nearer and nearer to the building with the vault in it. It's that thing that looks like a giant railway station. At a foot. It's just a piece of junk. That's the end of that. You can see there's quite a few fiends in here, but if you go kind of cautious, like, you don't have to fight them all at once. And I got a lot of room behind me, so I could pretty easily stealth boy and get away, etc. if I needed to. But I think we're gonna manage to do this sans stealth boy. It's really down to the last few guys. That thing where you shoot them and then they don't have any hits in them, it usually means you shot their weapon off, which is actually reasonably good news. Unless they were, for some reason, holding the melee weapon and then they draw the ranged weapon, that wouldn't be good. Another headshot. There must have been a lot of pool tables around here for everybody to have a pool cue. It's possible. Well, I'm still in caution. See, I think that last person is just one of the ones kind of guarding the other entrance. I think we can make it in here. There's just a few stragglers, but we can head into the vault itself. So we found Vault 3, which of course, if you didn't know where the entrance was, you might still have a little bit of a hard time finding Vault 3. I don't think the person in that direction is the caution one. I think it's the other one that's behind the wall. Yeah, I think we're just gonna go in. So you go down this ramp, and there's the vault, and you say, "I'm ready to go in the vault." It says you can't open it from here, which is very strange that there's one vault that you have to use the special control to get in and out of. Well, the other one you just go through the door.
What the fuck are you doing here?
And she says a potty word, and we can do our speech check.
If you're fucking carrying, just fucking say so.
It is the potty word vault.
We have a con coming through to see the boss. Don't shoot at her.
But once you do that, you're basically good. As long as you don't shoot at them, you don't have any problems. Okay, so if you go in here, if I turn right, that's the way down to Motor Runner and the sort of main quest. But I like to go clean this other stuff out first. There's some good loot in here and a few little sub-questy things you can do. And there are actually a lot of locked doors to get experience from. And the other thing is, at every locked door, so the story here is like the vault people let the fiends in thinking there was time to finally talk to the outside world. And the fiends came in and killed them all, but the fiends aren't very good at picking locks, because outside of every door are these bobby pins, because they're trying to pick all the locks. And so you can go around, and they're perfectly happy to have you pick the locks, but then you can take all the good loot. And it's kind of amusing. But yeah, also, if you were ever out of bobby pins, this it's a good place to get a lot of bobby pins. So I'm going to kind of just do a speed clean run on this, because there's really not very much not much decision making, just going around vacuuming up all the loot, looking for every single locked thing that they haven't done. Going to the top levels, going to the bottom levels, getting their good ammo. All sorts of little places where they were working on things. Alright, ran out of carrying capacity. Let's just, oops. Alright, back into it. Alright, now we're ready to go to the lower level. Pick the hackety hack first. Let's do the lockety lock. Room. Now here is, if you don't have light step, you want to go very carefully in here, because there are traps and mines and grenades and all these terrible things. And so you can say, oh look, a frag mine, and you walk around here and you walk ploop right over the grenade bouquet thing here. So that is why you got to be extra careful. So basically there's an NCR guy trapped up here. And if we go in to visit him, oh, and there's this funny mine that's always like upside down. Alright, so here is the guy that was missing from McCarran. He sent the head guy sent him on the mission. He came here and he wanted us to go investigate. And here he is.
How the hell did you get in here?
We found Anders. So the thing is, if you want to do this vault non-violently, you got to convince this guy to leave. So You can say, you know,
God,
your leg
You
smells kind of bad. Maybe if you start limping now, you'll make it back. So, he heads out, and we discover there's also a little panel here that he opens, and that opens right back out into the main area where you just came in. So that's how you can get out. All right, but meanwhile, lots more vault to clean out. Down here, there are some guys trapped in the trapped in the vault, and the fiends have taken them prisoner, and they want you to let them out, and they say they'll give you the key to the overseers, whatever. I should have gone and unlocked the overseer stuff first, so I get the credit for it, but I can't be bothered. We're just gonna deal with these guys. And the weird thing is, it's just kind of thematic for this vault that nobody cares if you let them out. Actually, I would have thought that would have been
down this password. Thanks.
That would have been a whole thing. See, now they sneak out in plain sight of the fiends, and everything's fine. I'm sure somebody originally thought that was going to be cooler, and then it probably just got cut at the end or something. But meanwhile, more clean out. More little weird terminals. Overseers area. Alright, so we can unlock things. Which I don't think we actually have to do. I just always think it's fun to do the quest. And you get to this area where the fiends have all OD'd on the... They apparently got in the room and found all the drugs, and there you think, oh, there's a fiend, and then it's a dead fiend. And so we'll clean out all the good lockers. Get all the good magazines. And down there is where you find the... It's another of those swim through the flooded, irradiated corridors to get the loot thing. And we could do that, but I'm not going to swim through irradiated corridors for what's basically just kind of medium decent loot. It's nothing to write home about. So we're going to clean out the rest of this. Cleanity clean. Now we are ready. Go in the maintenance wing, and that is where we will find Motor Runner. But we won't find anybody any more, well, annoyed at us. Got some more hackety hacks to do. A couple more doors. We're almost home free. We just got to get down to Motor Runner's area. I just can't resist getting all the experience from all the places. Alright, so here's where Motor Runner lives. And he's not actually mad at me right now. And the thing
I wasn't expecting a resupply so
guess
soon.
He's gonna talk to me. Okay, so we get our one chance to have a conversation with him.
Funny thing is,
and we're just gonna tell him, here's your package.
about goddamn time.
He didn't get his hat.
I wasn't expecting a resupply.
Oh, he does talk to me again. Sometimes he won't talk to me again.
I'm kind of a...
So I'm going to say, to finish this peacefully, I'm just going to say, why don't you give me your hat? And
yeah, that sounds like an alright deal.
Sounds like an alright deal.
For protection,
So I don't actually have to shoot him. Now,
my...
you can get behind him back here, and if you get and sneak and kill him with a silenced weapon, then nobody else will aggro. didn't really point out, but in that locker that was right to his left when we came in that I was heading for, that's where the last little piece of the Brotherhood thing was. And we are ready to go see the Brotherhood. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't clean out the rest of the vault. Eating areas, little galley areas, all their psycho and stuff. Fun refrigerators full of yummies. It's really a nice, convenient loot place. And again, and this can be very awkward if you're trying to leave the vault hastily. If you have had a, if you've committed a social faux pas of some kind, you're going to need to hit that button rather than the door. You're going to just sneak back out. Make sure you get out of here appropriately. We are heading south. We are going to be able to do several things all at one time. Not just a doggy. There's still a guy. Just get past him. Learn my lesson on these guys. Don't fool around with the fiends in South Vegas. Really soon now, we will be able to get going on fast traveling, because one of the rules was that we can't fast travel until we can wear power armor, but pretty soon we're going to be able to wear it, and that'll change the pace of things a bit. I'm sure there'll still be plenty of opportunities to speed up time and stuff. Important tradition, but nonetheless, there will be some areas where we can just be more happy. Here's a merchant.
Hey there. Need anything?
And you know what we do when we see a wandering merchant? We look around, sell her our stuff. Go. Check out this quest situation there. All right, so what we're going to be able to do is we're going to be able to take Edie back. We're going to be able to take the parts of this thing back.
I've still got guns and ammo.
And we're ready for some more Veronica action. So here is our good friend Veronica. And we are ready to go make trouble. So, should we kill one more batch of ants? No, no ants. Ants have not respawned. Go ahead and get our picture of Helios 1. Okay. Now, for Veronica's quest, we've got to go into this funny little place where the secret terminal is. Not so secret, but... And we download the research data, and that gives us some choices of what we're going to get.
This is the one I was thinking of. The pulse gun. Although, maybe the rangefinder could work too. Electromagnetic weapon. So it's a targeting device for some kind of doomsday weapon.
So it turns out the farming technology is what we got from the vault full of plants.
Lost a lot of people defending it. If it turns out to be a dud, it'd show how flawed our goals have... more or less. Guess somebody wasn't very... We'd never pursue it because it's not... Okay,
so,
maybe the best place to start...
Alright, some interesting, weird little quest completed things. Alright, and we are ready to head into the... We're gonna just scorp our way through here. Possibly for the last time we'll actually have to walk it manually. Although one of the funny aspects of walking manually is it means that you never fast travel into an area and suddenly you're standing right next to a a respawn scorpion or something. So there is that. But we will be very excited to do some fast traveling. Hard-earned fast traveling. If you've never tried a game, one of these games without fast traveling, you might actually surprise yourself at how much you like it, because it really makes leaving that out really makes a lot of parts of the game more fun. Having to get back and forth. It feels more like a survival game. And, like I said, eventually, approaching the very end of the game, where every quest sends you to the very far corner of the map and back, that gets a little bit tedious. But playing a good long time before you fast travel, I think is a good idea. Then it feels really weird if you do fast travel. Another batch of scorpions coming. Whoops. Shot Edie just for fun. And now we got two companions all working, all moving into the final stage of their personal quest. That's something. Can't resist picking up their stingers. Always worried about a little those holes gonna respawn. Seems like they're not. Seems like we're good on holes. But it looks like we're not good on getting through that tunnel. I think there's gonna be guys. And by guys, I mean scorpions. And by scorpions, I mean red scorpions. And bark scorpions. Boom! Everyone can explode. There is a big one. I just went in there with the explosive because there were so many dots. I figured maybe I'd blow up a few of those bark scorpions rather than have them have to be individually assassinated. Oh, another big boy. Get out of the way, Edie. Boom. And little guys, not very important. Hose them down with machine gun fire. Oh, and we have leveled up in Scorpion Gulch to level 22. And we're gonna get our speech up a little bit. Keep science moving up into the range. There we go, a little bit of repair. All right. Here we are in the vault.
The
We're
bunker
in
takes a
discussion
little bit
wear.
Your presence here, outside.
So we need to... One of these guys we have to talk to about the... I don't think it's him. I have to talk to him about Edie. I guess maybe it's the science guy.
You're the one with that robot.
Oh,
I
it
was
is.
hoping you'd bring him
All
out.
right.
I can't
So
say-
here's the Edie. We turn Edie in.
Really?
And this is the same guy we turn the parts. How convenient to turn the parts for our...
Did you say... Do you think
our Brotherhood
you could leave
quest
your
into.
robot with me for a few days? I have
So
some
we're going to leave
materials
the
that I can use
robot
to
with
upgrade his armor
him. He
while
wants
he's
to go
here.
do some experiments. So let's do that. So Edie's off. No. Where'd he go?
How may I assist you?
Hello? I need to turn in my other quest to you. It says he's like, the arrow says he's like, right? So, well,
You're being watched, so don't get any ideas.
alright. Right arrow. Yeah. Says he's right here. Wow, he is teleported into the wall. That is really irritating. So, apparently we are going to sit here and sleep until Edie comes back. Or reappears or whatever. Oh, that's a lot of... Oh, but Edie's back. Good. Okay, so now back to the toilet, first of all. Not die of dehydration. Get some eating done. Might as well start our new life with full stats there. Alright. So there
to
he
see
is.
you.
He's back.
Alive,
He
that
thanks
is.
us for the robot. We have to go eventually pick Edie up in Prim. But now we have turned in our Brotherhood quest. Now we can go tell Mr. Main Man how wonderful we are. Oh, except now we can do...
Veronica, I hope
It's a air traffic control pattern of
breeding plants that can thrive in the wasteland.
High Elder Maxon didn't found us to be
irritating
botanists or
conversations.
Think about it. No more trading guns for food. Total self-sufficiency. It's what we always
La
wanted.
la la.
This won't get us Hoover Dam.
Yes, it will. If we feed people, they'll support us. They'll join us.
What does the Codex say?
A bunch of closed-minded bullshit.
We do not help them or let them in.
But
We keep knowledge they must never have.
give it a
Hurry
chance.
up.
For me. I can't
Please
stay here
stop
and watch us drift
talking.
away.
I'm sorry.
We'll die out.
Why are you still
I know.
talking?
Come on. I can't listen to this anymore.
Neither can I. Ah.
Back again, I see.
Ah.
Moreover,
So we
we should
can
not have had to...
officially
Please.
turn in this quest for 900 experience points
Welcome,
and the right to get
With the surface of-
one
what-
more quest. I can join the Brotherhood, but I have to do the one more thing. But that's an easy thing because we've done the main thing of the thing. All right. Veronica, we're about done with. Oh, but she won't talk to me till I'm out here.
He wouldn't listen.
Now we can talk to him. And I'm going to tell her to stay in the
The hell of it
Brotherhood.
is, he's one of our most progressive
Because if I tell her
members.
to leave the Brotherhood, then I don't think
I-
I can complete the
I don't know if
thing,
Work with
complete her quest without actually fighting a paladin. At least not without
They
having
may be
put
a
the
bunch
other
of
guy in
wooden-
charge. Something
I'd
like
always
that.
be reminded of this.
So, this is the scary part of I Could Make You Care, which is the part where you leave, and there's the paladins, and you have to
heard
be
Veronica talking with the
very
elder. We
sure
won't
that
stay.
you can pass a very high speech
This-
check,
We heard
or
Veronica talking.
you're going to get to fight these guys at kind of close range. But then, as is their way, they reload the game
God.
without them in it.
I should get used to this, I guess.
And
I don't think it's ever going to
there
be the same for me in there. But they're all...
is Veronica's quest finished,
Yeah.
and she's done. Now, that means
Should have brought some... Aw, you're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you?
we should make sure we know what's going on with her inventory, and then we should send her back to
Listen.
the Lucky 38.
But at least I... Thank you for... What? Nice! Can I order room service?
All right. So that's that part dealt with. I just realized, actually, I need to go back out here, and probably not in my casual business wear. Because we need to make one last trip up to Black Mountain. Now, we've already been to Black Mountain, so we've cleaned out most of the stuff, but there may be some respawnage, because it's been a while. Because we have to plant a radio transponding thing. Alright, let's actually put... Rad X is in. We're just seeking through the thing. Whoa, he saw us. He saw us! Let's do the stuff. I think we're just gonna stealth boy because it's a little too scary. Ooh. Hi. These guys are amazingly resistant to... Oh, I'm used... No, I just... Amazingly resistant to damage. Alright, so fast we go. Kill these guys, apparently again. Oh look, Mo respawn. Usually you don't get a respawn on a named character, but I know I've killed him before. Boom. Yeah. Don't want him doing me damage right before I get my power armor. I want my power armor. Okay, now we already got the keys from Lily earlier. And so we can go to the radio, install the thing, and everybody is happy. And with that, we are actually ready to head back to the Brotherhood Vault and pick up our very own suit of power armor. It's just gonna change the world. It's gonna change the things that we do. We have managed not to take any damage this time, so we will resume next time at 356 415. And we will see what it's like to actually have a power armor and to actually be able to fast travel. And we will begin aligning things for our final scheming plans. We will try to finish up all of the character loyalty quests and get ready for the final battle. So we will see you next time when you only live once.